Hey everybody, in today's video we are going to grease and waterproof my manual locking hubs on the front of my 1994 Toyota 4Runner. Alright, for the first step we'll get us a 10mm socket and we will remove the fastening bolts . No, that one ain't gonna want to come out. See if you can see I've already got one broken off in there. I'm not real concerned with that, seeing as I got the rest of them holding it. But that one there is wanting to give me problems. I can tell already. So in that case, I'll have to get an easy out and a tap and re-tap it, re-thread the hole. Once I get it easy out, I'll have to drill the stud out to get it out, but that's another video. At this point, let's just see if we can get it off. It's very important that I have grease in here and that I also have this waterproofed. So I can tell that one's gonna break already. Oh, no, it's coming out. It's unbelievable. Alright. Alright, and there's the hub. There's your locking hub assembly. And as you can see, mine's dry. It definitely needs greasing very badly. Alright. What we will do... Oh, now that we have that off, we have a stud hanging out. So that gives us a chance to get that out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get that out. I'll be back in a minute. Alright, I'm just going to do this to show you how I'm getting that broken off stud out. I've put my drill on there and I've tightened the chuck down on that stud very hard. Now I'm just going to take my drill and very carefully just go in reverse and periodically make sure that chuck is tight again. Just keep making sure that chuck stays tight on there. And before long, you'll have your stud out. See, there's the broken off stud right there. That's my way of removing a broken off stud. Now, I believe I do still have some extras of these from the hardware store, so I'll be able to replace it. And this time I won't tighten it up too much. Be back in a second. Okay, I did in fact have another one left over. I stuck it in my toolbox, but okay, the next step that we're going to do is we're going to put on our rubber gloves. This will protect your hands from the grease because you're fixing to use some really good grease. Alright, what I'm going to use here is high temperature gear grease. Gear lubricant, world-class lubricants. It's just very high temp grease. All right, see there? Plop. All right, what I'm gonna do is, okay, what we want to do here is we want to grease inside of here and on these splines also along the outside, but be very careful not to get any grease along your flange, because here in a minute we're going to be putting some sealant on there to waterproof the whole thing. Alright, so be careful. What we'll do, we'll just pick up a glob of that mess. Let's call this Gorilla Snot. And just push it on in there. Let's see, am I in the camera? I can't tell because the sun's glaring off of the monitor, the screen. Anyhow, just plop it on up in there. Get you some in there. Rub you a little bit on the outside. Doesn't have to be a whole lot, just, you know, get it greased. Like I said, be careful about that like I just screwed up and got some oil on the flange, or some grease on the flange. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe this excess off back into the pan, or the grease bucket, and I'm going to remove my gloves and throw them away. Get rid of those gloves. Those are no good. Still got a whole nother box full. Be back in a second. Okay, now that I've done that, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my wire brush on my drill. Alright, and I'm going to wire brush this surface where that seal is going to go to keep the water out. Just to make sure that it's a clean surface before I wire brush, before I put the sealer to it. Okay, that's clean. Now what I will do is I will apply my sealer, my gasket sealer, which on this one I'm going to use water pump, thermostat, housing, sealant, whatever. And I'm going to rub that around here on this surface instead of trying to put it on that surface, because it's going to be a little bit easier to put it on this surface. Y'all hear the Air Force in the background bombing? Boom, boom, boom. I'll be right back. I'm having trouble opening this Permatex. There we go. Never mind. I got it. Alright. Just squirt a little bit of that on my finger. And then from there, I'll just apply it very lightly. Now, you don't want a whole lot of this. Just very light. Just a very light application of it. Just like that. That'll get us a good watertight seal on that. Yeah, perfect. Okay, be back in a second after that dries. Alright, we're back again. Now, once we've given that a little bit of time to get tacky, we'll just take our hub that's already been greased and we'll line it back up. There we go. Now we're in. That wasn't too good. I'll edit that crap out. Okay, once you got it in there, then you want to go ahead and get you some bolts started to hold it in place. Okay, get everything lined up and tighten your bolts back up securely, and then work your hub to make sure it moves freely from free to lock. And then we're going to go over to the other side and do the other side, on the front, the same exact way. Alright, this has been greasing and waterproofing your hubs for a manual locking hub front end 94 Toyota 4Runner. Thanks for watching. Bye.